morning, Year 1. Today we are going to do some phonics. Now, this week we've been looking at what? Can you remember what the word is? That's right, we've been looking at suffixes. Can you remember which suffixes we've looked at this week? There's a clue on my board. Well done, we've been looking at and est, and we've looked at two different rules for spelling words with and est on. Now this week we're going to look at the rest of them. Have a think about which one we might be doing today. Good thinking. Well, while you're doing that, we're going to do a phonics dash, and then when we've done that, perhaps you can see if you are right. So here we go. Join in then. Have you got your listening ears ready? Are those eyes looking? Are you sat nice and straight with nice straight backs? Brilliant. Here we go. So we've got ow, o, f. Oh, which one could it be? Well done. Oh, the next one's here as well. So if that one was this is very good. Ooh, ooh, z, e, o, ch, a, r, ng, I, ooh, sh, e. Oh, which one? Oh, well done. Ooh, a. Oh, have a look. I, very good. A, o, o, e, oo, s, I. Oh, which one could this be? E, well done. And then the recent sounds we've looked at, we've got great big bear air, care and share air, that's not fair air. We've got awesome autumn, or give me more, or shut the door, or and yawn at dawn, or. So lots of ways of spelling those different sounds, and I'm sure you are spotting those when you're reading and when you're having a go at writing words. Now, we've not had a go at reading our yes/no questions for a little while, so have you got your thumbs ready? Are they going to be thumbs up? Or are they going to be thumbs down? We will see. So robot arms ready to help us read it. Now, if we know the words, we can just read them. If we're not sure of a word, we can segment and blend it. So here we go. We've got is, a, ick, thick, b, k, book, in, thin. Is a thick book thin? Oh, quite a tricky one to say. What do you think? No, thumbs down. If a book's thick, I don't think it can be thin as well, as they're the opposite, aren't they? Next one, here we go. Then we've got can, coins, coins, sing, sing, a song, song. Can coins sing a song? They can they? They do clatter around and make lots of noise, but I don't think they can sing a song, can they? That'd be quite funny if they could though. Let's try the next one. We've got is rain, rain, wet, wet. Is rain wet? Yes, it is, isn't it? It gets us very wet when we're outside, so I must always remember our raincoats. Next one then, we've got can you ear, hear, bees, bees, buzzing, buzzing, ow, now. Can you hear bees buzzing now? And this will be different for everybody, but I'm just going to have a listen. No, I can't hear any bees. Can you hear any bees? No, I think it's a thumbs down for that one, isn't it? Quite a funny one to have a think about. So, well done everybody. I could see you all joining in really nicely there, and lots of good segmenting and blending. So well done all of you. Now, like I said to you before, we've been looking at the suffixes and est. On Monday, we looked at the nice easy rule because it's the one where we just have to add or est. So some words, we just have to add it. Yesterday, can you remember what the rule was for yesterday? That's right, that's when words end in E, we have to drop the E and then add and est. Now today, there is another way of adding and est. And you will look at all of these rules again in year 2. So we just look at them briefly in year 1, but then you'll learn about them again when you move into year 2. So don't worry if you're finding them a little bit tricky. I know we do too, because there's lots to remember, lots of ways of spelling words. So do not panic, because you will come back to these. But today's rule is, let me show you a word and see if you might be able to guess what you think it could be. Have a look at the word. Have a look at what it ends in. What do you think the rule might be today? Brilliant. So today we're looking at words that end in a Y, and we have to look and think about what we do with the Y when we want to add and est. So let me show you an example of a word. So I'm going to show you this word here. Now, before I write it, can anybody read this word to me? Should we see it together? So it's T-I-D-E, tidy. And these words have Y on it, and it makes that happy chappy E sound at the end because the Y is at the end of the word. So have a look at this word. Now, I'm going to add an S. So can you tell me if you think this looks right? So I've got tidier. I'm just going to add Have a look. Do you think that looks right? I hope you're all saying, no, it doesn't. I'm going to put a cross. It's not right. So when a word ends in Y, we're not going to leave the Y there. We need to do something else. So if it's got a Y at the end of it, we're going to get rid of the Y because we don't want the Y. We're going to change it to an I, and then we're going to add or add est. So that's our rule for when words end in Y. So you take off the Y, change it to an I, then add or est. So that's our rule for today. So do you think you would be able to have a go at doing one? Should we do one together to start with? So which word shall we have? Oh, I like this word. Can anybody read this word? Let's read it together. So it's ah. Do you remember Miss Trevor looked at this with you before? Can you remember what that is? Is it a long sound or a short sound? Brilliant. It's a short sound, isn't it? It's a short ah sound because it's not making the A sound. So it's ah. So we must do what to the next letter? Brilliant. We're going to double it. So we don't want one of them. We're going to double it. So when we see that, it's a short vowel, we double it. So then double P, then E. So it's e, happy. A word that makes us all happy when we say it because it's such a happy word. So we would like to make the word happier. So what are we going to do to this word? So let me put that up there so I've got a bit more room. Keep looking. I'll move that so we don't get confused. So here's our word happy, and we know what do we do when it ends in Y. Brilliant. We're going to take off that Y. We don't want that Y. So we're going to say goodbye to the Y. So we've got happy. And we're going to go wave goodbye. Goodbye Y. We don't want you. But we do want I. Well done. So we're going to add on I. And then we're going to add on So our word now is happier. It's a nice word, isn't it? Happier. Let's try happiest then. So watching again. So we've got and we're going to say goodbye Y and add on I, happy, and then we add on est. So we've now started with happy, and it's gone to happier and happy-est. Brilliant. I can see you're really getting the hang of it. It's a tricky one. I know you can do it. So try this one for me. Have a go at, hopefully this isn't any of you at home. Can you try this one? The word is, let's read it together. So it's noisy. Try that one. So can you add and est using our rule for today. Have a go at that one. And pause the video if you need a couple more minutes and then come back to us when you're ready to see if you got it right. So again, we're going to move the word so we don't get into a pickle and get confused. So we've got noisy. So we're going to start with noisy. Do I want the Y? No, we're going to say goodbye Y and change it to I. And we've got the word noisier. Very good. Next one we're going to write noisy est. Oh, let me have a look. Can you see if I've done that right? So I've got rid of the Y and I've said goodbye Y, but what have I not done? What have I not done? Brilliant. I hope you're all saying, Miss Gardner, you have not got that right today, because what have I forgot to put in? So at the moment my word just says noise est. Noise est. Is that right? No. So I'm going to give that a cross because I haven't put in the I. So I've not swapped the Y to an I. So let's see if I can squeeze it in here. It's a bit tricky. Hold the board up. So I've got n, oi, change the Y to an I, then add est. There we go. So we've got noisiest, noisiest. Wonder who's the noisiest in your house? Is it you? Maybe it's a sibling. Perhaps it's the dog. Who's the noisiest? So that's what we have to do today when we have words that end in Y. We change the Y to an I, then we add and est. Just make sure you're looking carefully like we did there and checked we've done it right. Because this is a tricky rule. Right, 2 more words for you to have a go at, then we're going to write a sentence. So again, just like we've done before, I'm going to hold up the word, you're going to have a go, pause the video, and then come and join us after. So have a go at this one. So the word is silly. Try this one, silly. Pause your video, have a go. So I want you to write silly silly est. And then have a go at the next one, which is this one, I think. Let's have angry. So try angry, angrier, angriest. So try those ones, then join us again at the end for the sentence. So have a little go. Brilliant. So hopefully you all had a really good go at those, and you had the word silliest and sillier, silliest, and and angry, angrier, and angriest. Oh, so many words for me to remember. So let's turn the board round. We're going to write a sentence. Now, our sentence is actually going to have 2 of these and s words in it. So our root word is funny. And I know lots of you are very funny. You like to tell us lots of jokes. So that's our root word. But the sentence is going to have the word funnier and funny est in it. So listen carefully. It's a long sentence. Have those listening ears ready. So could you write, Bob is funnier than me, but Sam is the funniest. So listen again. Bob is funnier than me, but Sam is the funniest. So have a go at that. Pause your video, give yourself some time because it's a long sentence, and then join us again to see if you got it right. So we are comparing more than 2 things here because we're comparing Bob, me, and Sam. So that means we started off comparing Bob and me, so we needed then we added in Sam, which became 3 things, so we needed est. So watch and see if you got it right. So we've got Bob. There's Bob. There's our word funny, so change the Y to an I, add a. Bob is funnier than me. But who was the funniest? I wish it was me, but actually it was Sam. But Sam is the, I'm going to go on to a new line, it's quite a long word. Change the Y to an I. Funniest. And what goes at the end? Full stop. Well done, everybody. That is a very long sentence and there are lots of rules to remember, but I think you've done a wonderful job. Let's read it together. So we've got Bob is funnier than me, but Sam is the funniest. Wow, he must tell very good jokes then. So there we go. There's our sentence for today. Well done for today's spelling rule, everybody. You've all done a really good job. We know it's a tricky one, but remember, you will look at it again in year 2, so do not panic. So have a great day, everybody. See you soon. Bye-bye.